ko rin po on your Instagram stories, you shared the journey, kung gaano kahirap, kung gaano katagal yung journey. How was it? Pwede niyo po bang i-share yung a little kwento about the journey of you writing the book?
Yes, so sa mga hindi nakakaalam dito, matagal na kasing ready to bago pa mag-pandemic. Pero nasaktuhan na yun na nga nangyari yung COVID noong March 2020. Tapos we had to make a decision na ilalabas ba natin to, tapos mag-online promotion na lang tayo, or hold muna. Ang gut feeling ko talaga is hold muna. Although excited na, parang nararamdaman ko na gusto ko kasi, ito kasi yung talagang in-envision ko, yung face-to-face, makikita niyo ko, may meet and greet, may book signing, nakikita ko yung reaction ng mga tao na nakahawakan yung libro. Parang sa akin, it has to be a life experience. So, mabibitin ako at sayang yung hard work kung hindi namin siya mapopromote ng maigi talaga. So sabi ko, sige maghintay muna tayo. Yung paghintay na yun, naging 2 years, naging 3 years, ganyan. Pero naging blessing in disguise naman yun. Kasi habang naghihintay kami, saka pumasok yung international publisher namin na Tuttle. So, nung nagpakita sila ng interest na kunin ako at yung libro at gawin pang international release. Yun nga yung like na-share ko sa story ko, may mga pinago kami, mas pinaganda pa, in-improve lahat, dinagdagan ng mga Filipino elements. So mapapansin yung pagka binasa nyo siya, may mention doon ng mga tradition ng mga Pinoy, like paano ba yung mga big Filipino families. Actually, mag-uumpisa siya sa Noche Buena, ganyan. Tapos may yung mga pagkain ng Pilipinas na mention, yung mga lugar sa Pilipinas, yung BGC, Makati, Quezon City, mga probinsya. So, ang maganda dito, parang kahit na foreigner ka, tapos hindi ka pa naman nakakapunta sa Pilipinas, basahin mo siya, mapipicture mo what it's like to be in the Philippines, kung paano makisalimuha yung mga Pilipino sa isa't isa, ano yung mga tradition natin, at kung paano ba ang buhay sa entertainment industry at sa pageant world. So, naging maganda talaga na naghintay kami kasi meron pa palang i-improve. So, ibang-iba yung itsura niya dati, iba yung title, iba yung cover, wala pa yung title. So, meant to be talaga na maghintay, maging patient lang dahil may igaganda pa talaga siya. And now we're here. So, yes.
And it's really worth the wait. And it's good to see you back. Miss Pia Wurtzbach! Diba? Ano naman yun?
In God's perfect time.
Correct. And speaking of unique experience, tonight is one life experience for all of us kasi Miss Pia Wurtzbach will also personally hand over, make abot-abot the book. Iba yun eh.
Correct.
Nabinili mo lang, na pre-sign, yung maabutan ka ni Miss Pia Wurtzbach at makapagpa-picture, iba yun. It's worth the
Well,
effort.
isa ako sa nabutan.
Very
Yes.
nice. So, thank you. Pasensya na ako hindi naabutan pero
Kung
nagtayo
ako
ako
hindi
ng
pwede.
nagtayo ako ng library. Library
Meron
pala
na
ang
po.
tinayo ko.
Meron na.
And
Okay,
meron
meron
pa.
na po.
Yes, of
Correct,
course.
correct.
Thank you.
We have another question from Athena.
I believe this is truly the perfect timing, the best time kasi malapit ka ng mag-birthday. So what is your birthday wish?
Naku, alam mo, ang birthday wish ko na lang talaga ay to be happy and healthy so that I can continue doing the things that I love. Tulad ng ganito, yung maging malakas lang ako para matuloy-tuloy ko lahat ng mga pangarap ko, mga idea ko, mga goals ko. Matagal ko na sinulat to, matagal ko na siyang pinlano at minanifest. Miss Universe pa lang ako, alam ko na isang araw, magsusulat ako ng libro. Actually, marami akong idea sa libro, hindi lang ito eh. So, sana matuloy din yung iba. Thank you.
Yes. So that means at this very moment, sinusulat niya na ang book 2?
Iniisip ko na siya at maraming dramang mangyayari doon. Dahil from 2019, ayun medyo nabuo na kasi yung kwento ng 2019-2020. Since then to now, ang dami nang nangyari sa pageant, sa showbiz
Correct,
world.
correct.
So, excited na akong i-apply naman yun for the next, kung may next.
Correct. So kung nagsimula tayo sa Medianoche, magsisimula ang book 2 sa book launch. Kasama tayo sa book 2! Palakpak-pakpak!
Correct.
Yes, next question, Kuya A, please.
Yes, Papa Awal, ito ang kilalang Pia Wurtzbach din sa mga vloggers.
Yes.
Walang iba kundi ang beauty and brains personified na si Albert Avellino of The Chicaness.
Feeling ko mas mahaba yung intro kaysa sa question. Char. Chicaness, go.
Hey, mabuhay! Congratulations!
Thank you.
Ayan. Yung first question ko is, what skills do you have to develop as you went through this process of storytelling, especially through a novel?
Kailangan inspired ka, kailangan meron ka talagang oras, kailangan pinabalikan mo yung project kasi meron akong tendency na gagawin ko siya for a bit tapos I will jump into another project, mapuput on hold siya for a while. So, kailangan sa akin laging nire-remind na tapusin mo, kailangan mo siyang balikan. So, yun ang mga naging challenges ko. Kaya medyo matagal din. And para sa akin, yung vulnerability din, kasi since it's loosely based on my life story, I have to be okay with sharing what happens in that world. Ganyan. Wala namang masyadong controversial or anything like that. But it's just, matrabaho siya. Tsaka yung, i-consider mo rin na walang butas yung kwento. Kasi syempre, pagka binasa ng iba, baka sabihin na, ay parang medyo may mga gaps sa story, ganyan. So, and also, to really trust the people you work with. Like, for example, nung pumasok na yung Total Publishing, nagbigay sila ng napaka-useful na feedback sa akin na kailangan pang i-beef up yung Filipino elements ng libro, na talagang kailangan yung nagbabasa, mag-picture talaga nila kung what Manila and the Philippines feels like and looks like. So, in that way, kailangan, kasi sila ang nakakaalam, sila ang expert, sila ang may experience dito. So, kailangan open ka rin to really learn and collaborate since, of course, it's my first one. So, and kapit lang talaga kasi akala ko hindi, may moments na akala ko hindi matutuloy ito dahil nga napupush back. Meron din kasing mga projects na mga hindi natuloy nung pandemic. So, pinagdadasal ko na hindi to ma-shelf yung idea na to. So, hindi naman nangyari at ngayon nandito na tayo ngayon. So, grateful. Super.
Yeah. And by the way, why did you name the main character as Cleo?
So, the characters, I wanted na wala silang kaparehong pangalan ng mga beauty queens sa totoong buhay. Kasi syempre ayoko may ma-associate na parang, ay si ano siguro to or ganyan. Kasi hindi naman fictional naman talaga lahat ng mga characters. So, it's just, I wish I could say that it's connected to a person and a person in my life from a time, but they're just random names, honestly. And, yeah, and we parang nag-work naman siya. Oo.
Very nice. Napaka-creative siguro yung paggawa niya kay Cleo. Para siyang clay na inayos. Cleo!
Wala kasi parang walang beauty queen na gano'n.
Diba? Wala lang. Palakpakan niyo ako doon. Isip ko yun. Cleo! Ganon. Char.
And my last question is, like, which part of the story, anong chapter, you were very excited or somehow nahirapan ka naman in terms of
Siguro yung
storytelling?
mga part na nagkaka-conflict na talaga where she really has to decide kung tama pa ba itong ginagawa ko. Yun. Kasi yung climax ng story, kumbaga, yun yung exciting na part para sa akin. Ayoko masyadong reveal kung ano yung mangyayari, pero she has to make some really tough decisions na ano ba ang kailangan kong i-give up para sa mga pangarap ko. So, that's a big decision to make. So, I found that interesting. And also the ending of the book. I was very particular with how I wanted the story to end. Again, without revealing too much, kasi ayoko na na isipin ng mga magbabasa na the only way to be successful is pagkaisa kang Miss Universe. Ang gusto kong lesson dito ay you wear your own crown and you determine what kind of queen you are. Kaya din Queen of the Universe because you are the queen of your own universe. Kahit hindi ka man beauty queen, siguro entrepreneur ka, or maybe you're in the medical field, baka educator ka, baka estudyante ka pa, baka homemaker ka. It doesn't matter what hat or crown you wear. It's still your universe and you are the queen.
No,
Very well said.
Very well said, no? Perfect 10
True.
for Cleo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate number 1. Our next question will come from Adam Henaro.
Hi, Pia.
Hi, hello.
So nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see
After
you.
after 5 years before the pandemic.
Oh my
but,
gosh, ang tagal na.
Yeah, Leonatics Christmas party pa yata noon sa O-Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Kailangan na paulit.
Oo.
Ay,
Sir
gusto
Angel.
ba yun? Kanina pinag-uusapan namin yan eh.
So,
Pinaplano
diretso
namin.
na after nito.
Christmas party na siya
Christmas party.
usually, yes. Oo.
So, you wrote a book. Congratulations on the massive success of your book. I would like to ask, syempre, you've been quite vocal that Cleo, the lead character of your novel, is quite an extension of yourself. Now, I want to ask, how close or similar Cleo's life struggles are with yours during your pageant journey? And what is one thing that Cleo did in the book that you wish you did in real life?
Okay, so similarities namin, we're both very stubborn. So, pagka may pangarap, andun lang talagang mata niya sa pangarap niya. Come what may, naniniwala talaga siya na kung hindi man ito yung para sa akin, meron pang something there. So, hindi pa ako titigil. So, yung fighting spirit niya, I think, especially sa umpisa, while you're still learning the character in the first few chapters, she sounds like me. But as you go through the story, you realize na magkaiba pala ng parang path na dadaanan. She has to make some very tough decisions when it comes to her personal relationships kasi what is the cost of fame? Ano ba ang mga ready kang i-give up para sa mga pangarap mo? Yun ang tanong. Hindi ako relate kay Cleo, magkaiba kami in a way kasi ayokong i-reveal yung mga masyadong mangyari, pero may i-give up kasi siya eh. May i-give up siya. So doon ko na lang basta may i-give up siya para sa pangarap niya. And I don't necessarily agree with some of the decisions, but it's all part of the learning experience. So I leave that up to the readers to learn as they go through the book. Nag-enjoy ako dun sa mga, minsan natatawa ako pa rin yung sa mga rejections niya, sa mga struggles niya. And if there's anything that I want to do in real life that Cleo did, I think, hindi naman sa hindi ko siya nagawa in real life, but it's really sticking to your values and knowing what's really important to you. Di ba ang laging tanong naman sa mga pageant is, what would you give up for the crown? Or what are you willing to give up to be a Miss Universe? Di ba mga ganyan na line of questioning? So, para sa akin, ang hindi ko siguro i-give up yung pagmamahal ko sa pamilya ko, sa mga mahal ko sa buhay, sa mga taong nakapaligid sa akin, sa mga tumulong sa akin. At yun, yung sa core values, kumbaga.
Thank you. Last
Thank
question in relation to what you said, kasi the reason the reason why you're one of the most successful Miss Universe winners in recent history is you're being a relatable. As in, lahat talaga ng mga taong nakakausap ko in pageant from all walks of life can really identify with you because simply, you project yourself unfiltered most of the time in public. So, and what you said earlier, sabi mo the reason, ang common denominator niyo ni Cleo is you are both stubborn. So I would like to ask, is really being stubborn with your dreams a crucial ingredient in winning in life?
I think so. Kasi minsan sumusuko tayo doon sa mga part na malapit na eh. Yung alam mo yung andun ka na, yung konti na lang, tapos tsaka ka pa sumuko, tsaka ka pa nag-give up, tsaka ka pa nagsabi na, ay wag na lang, ang tagal na ng binuhos ko na oras dito, masyado na akong maraming pinagdaanan. Sayang, para sa akin kasi sayang eh, yung ganung mindset. I don't agree with the mindset of like, you investing time and resources and energy, blood, sweat, and tears for a dream, sabihin natin umabot ng ilang taon, tapos sumuko ka. Ang thinking ko palagi, sayang naman yung ilang taon na tinrabaho ko. Ngayon pa ako, susuko. So yun ang naging mantra ko nung paulit-ulit akong sumasali or kahit nung hindi ako nag-fly as an actress or a model before. Lagi ko lang sinasabi na kahit na parang mukhang malabo na, hindi talaga eh. Kasi wala naman talagang talo. Dahil kung hindi man sa inyo yung corona or hindi mo man makuha yung dream, may lesson pa rin yan, may matututunan ka at magiging handa ka for the next phase, kung ano man yung gusto mong tahakin. So sa akin, wala talagang sayang na oras as long as wala kang yung ginagawang masama, inaapakan ng ibang tao, basta it's for personal growth, kapit lang. Kasi when you are prepared, and then opportunity comes. That's when magic happens. Imagine mo, handang-handa ka na, hinihintay mo na lang yung moment, dumating. Yun. Dun. Sayang naman. So parang ito, ready na kami, pero hinihintay lang namin yung tamang opportunity. It all was meant to be. It all, imagine like 2019, yung mga pinost ko sa IG ko kanina na ready na, may manuscript na kami, ganyan, pero hindi pa pala talaga. So patience lang, kapit lang, there's a time for it. And fast forward to now, September 2023, this was just a vision in my head, like to do a meet and greet like this, to see everyone, to be able to personally say, thank you for buying the book. Diba? Thank you for supporting. Thank you for believing in me even after all these years. So, yeah, yun.
Thank you, Pia. Keep inspiring us.
Yes! We are truly inspired. So many lessons learned. Just tonight, natutunan natin na we can all turn from being stubborn to starborn.
Oy!
Malakpak ulit. 2 points na po, ha? Diba? From Cleo. Stubborn to starborn. At dahil dyan, A Star is Born, our novelist, Miss Pia, we're so honored to have the presence of no less than our national artist. Alam niyo po sa CCP, pag may national artist tumatayo, pwede po ba tayong tumayo para sa ating national artist, Mr. Ricky Lee. Naman. Thank you very much po. Ayan. Okay, pwede na po tayo mag-sing po. Ayan. So from stubborn to starborn, Mr. A, sino po ang next natin?
Yes,
The question.
agree ako kay Adam, no, na relatable talaga si Pia, and she is the most popular Miss Universe ever. Diba?
Tsaka her journey did not end with
Exactly.
Miss Universe.
Exactly.
Continuation, this is another crown. Now, a novelist. Diba? At hindi lang basta novelist, international
Correct.
novelist. The first Filipina beauty queen to be an international novelist. Diba? And the book is available all over the world.
Yes, so-
the universe rather.
Yes, so, ngayon, yes, you can purchase it here actually. Dito, you can get copies here at the Manila International Book Fair. After this, you can also go to your favorite bookstores. Hopefully, they're carrying the books. National Bookstore and Fully Book. If you're online naman, you can order it from Lazada, andun din siya. And para naman sa mga international, mga wala sa Pilipinas, you can also pre-order from Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Meron din kaming mga book signing at meet and greet na gagawin pa bukod dito. So, i-announce ko yan pagka medyo final na yung dates. But we will be going around Metro Manila to do a few more of these meet and greet events. And we'll also go to Cebu. Sana madagdagan pa yung mga probinsya na mapupuntahan namin. And of course, yung mga kababayan natin sa ibang bansa, uunahin namin yung Singapore. Pinaplano na rin namin ng mga kababayan natin sa Dubai. And
Wow.
hopefully next year, makapag-US at Europe din kami. So, sobrang exciting at grabe. As in, minsan alam mo, dito pa talaga, hindi pa nagsisink in na international talaga.
Ayun. At hindi rin kami magugulat kung next time available na rin siya sa Neptune, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn. Pinakyaw na lahat.
Yung pangarap ko dito sana ma-pick up siya at magkaroon ng offer to do a series or
Yes.
a movie about it, ganyan. Kasi makulay ang buhay ng ang mundo ng entertainment, ng acting, ng modeling, ng pageantry, and ang daming pwedeng mangyari.
Correct.
So, it's really interesting. So, and hopefully, masundan pa to. Dami ko pang gustong gawin. Ang daming idea.
Exciting.
Salamat
So,
po.
to continue.
Yes, our next question will come from Christopher Purnell of philstar.com.
Hello, congratulations, Pia. First, I want to ask is, why did you choose a book as the medium to tell Cleo's story first?
I had the idea for a book kahit nung Miss Universe pa ako because I wasn't, my fear then was to have like this identity crisis of not knowing what to do after passing on the crown. Kasi usually, what happened to me, I was preparing for Miss Universe for a long time, for years, but I never really thought about the day where I have to pass it on and what I'm gonna do after. So I had a list, and sa list na yon, andun naman yung mga usual na I wanna have my own business, my own brand. Nilagay ko pa dun, I wanna have my own perfume line, I want to have a YouTube channel, a podcast, write a book. So, brainstorm lang. Sulat lang ng mga ideas, ganyan, sa notebook. Notebook na naman, yung sa mga notebook ko. Tapos, minsan binabalikan ko siya. Hindi ko naman ina-expect na sabay-sabay ko siyang gagawin sa isang taon, ganyan. Parang may right timing. Tsaka gusto ko rin yung handa ako na mag-commit talaga. Yung hindi lang yung masabi lang na, oh, I have a book now, pero hindi ka 100% in it. So, a few years after I passed on the crown, I had the opportunity to pitch a few ideas to ABS-CBN Books actually. I went to the office and I was like, I have a few ideas. Ito yung mga gusto kong gawin. So, merong mga options, ganyan. And then, we chose this as the first. Hopefully, in the future, I'll also have the opportunity to work on my other ideas. But, yeah, I mean, sorry, did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yes. Madaldal talaga ako. I can go on and on and on.
Next question is, how many edits did the book go through before it reaches the final copy? And how different is it now than from the first draft?
They're so different. Not so much on the core storyline with Cleo kasi na-conceptualize ko na siya matagal na. But when we were ready noong 2020, we had a different name. Maybe soon, magpapaalam muna ako if I'm allowed to reveal the first name kasi I don't want to confuse people then. But it had a different name, a totally different cover, ibang kulay, ibang itsura, and ibang draft kasi wala pa yung total publishing ng mga time na yun. So, I would say it wasn't as jam-packed as it is now. So, that had a few edits. And then, a big change happened when Total Publishing came in because binasa nila and they gave me some really good feedback on how to make it more appealing to an international audience. Kasi it can't be parang kailangan English. At kung may Tagalog man, dapat klaro yung ibig sabihin sa Tagalog na kahit na hindi ka nagsasalita ng Tagalog, maintindihan mo rin agad yung meaning. Tsaka, they wanted something that really represented the Philippines, where parang showcase ko na rin yung Pilipinas sa ibang bansa when they pick up the book and read it. So, I have to give that to Total Publishing for really pushing to bump up the Filipino elements. Kasi nung una parang I was so focused on just the storyline of the characters where I didn't really focus so much on the setting and the backdrop and where it would be. Kasi para sa akin, oh, given na yun, pageant sa Pilipinas, ganyan. Pero mas naging buo talaga siya at nagkaroon ng depth. At nakakakilig. As in, na ma-mention yung mga Filipino tradition sa atin, yung kultura natin at kung paano tayo sa isa't isa. Kunyari sa family, sa first chapter pa lang, it talks about like family gathering. So, ang daming mga tita, mga tito, nagsasama-sama, puro pagkain. Huwag kayong magnuno pag inaya kayong kumain. Iwan ng tsinela sa may pinto, mano po, mga ganyan. Ano yung mga So, it takes you back home. So it did go through a few major edits, but it's all worth it because I'm really happy with how it is now.
Thank you so much. And for my last question, since author ka na, did you experience any writer's block? Nagka-breakdown ka ba in writing this book?
Yeah. I am so sorry for all the times where everybody had to give me a lot of nudges. I'm looking at them right now. Na maraming beses sila, Pia, yung book, tuloy na natin, ganyan. Kasi I'm also doing so many things at once and during the 2019 to now, ang dami ko ring mga nangyari na sa buhay ko. I got married, I ran a marathon, tapos I had a travel show, the pandemic happened, so I was focused on my podcast and life just takes you in different directions and so you have projects that are put on hold for a while. Pero I'm really glad that I'm surrounded by a team that makes sure that I'm on track and that na hindi masayang yung effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Ang ganda ng mga questions nila, no? Mga questions na hindi ko naisip tanungin kay Miss Pia. Dito pala manggagaling.
Correct,
Di ba?
correct. As much as we'd like to accommodate all your questions, Kela, we're running out of time. So we are down to our last question. And that killer question will come from...
Killer
Yes.
question. That stubborn question will come from ganon.
No other than MJ De Leon of Glitz.ph.
Hi, good evening. Wala akong killer question. but it was answered by you earlier, but just, go very specific. Gusto nga namin ma-picture your process of writing the book. Because most writers, they go to travel, for example, or they go to secluded areas, or they write early in the morning. So my question basically is, saan mo sinulat most part of the book? Is it in the Philippines, while in travel, things like that?
I conceptualized the story in the plane. So, dun yung first, dun ako, kasi wala kayong ginagawa sa aeroplano, nakaupo ka lang eh. So, you have a few drinks and you get creative. So, I write it down in my notebook, yung concept pa lang ng story, and then more in-depth on what happens to her and the characters around her and how it all connects to each other. Parang I see it as a little tree. So, I have the trunk and then I just need to figure out yung mga sanga niya, yung mga branches, and that they all make sense. In a cafe in BGC, it was my favorite spot, again, with some drinks, and I don't know why, but that just worked for me back then. And also, what really works for me is I have a sounding board because I'm more of a storyteller than a writer. Tapos I'm used to short form writing, not really long form writing. So what works for me is when I have to say it out loud, sometimes to someone else, and then I have to wait feedback if it makes sense. Like, what do you think? Does this make sense? Na ito yung mangyayari ganyan. So I usually have somebody with me who's my sounding board. Nakukwentuhan ko ng mga gusto kong mangyari. Papanoorin ko yung feedback niya. So parang binabasa ko. Tapos pagka may spark, ay, bongga, sulat natin yan. Ay, parang hindi nag-work. Purahin natin yung character na to. So there were a few edits here and there. Characters taken out, characters being put in. And also a lot of moments where I'm alone and I'm practically saying it out loud. Ganun ako mag-practice on my own with anything. Pagka meron ako mga interview or kahit yung mga Q&A, Or kahit pagka meron akong idea na gusto kong magkatotoo, kinakausap ko yung sarili ko out loud. So I
Or
say-
umabot ka ba na kinausap mo si Cleo sa salamin, tapos nag-usap kayo ni
Hindi.
Cleo? Ganun.
Pero kinakausap ko yung sarili ko na kung ano yung gusto kong mangyari at buti naman walang nakakarinig sa akin kasi nakakahiya. Pero that's usually how it worked for me. And I'm typing, not usually like, kasi mas mabagal akong magsulat. So mas mabilis akong mag-type.
Okay, interesting. My last question is, the cover of the book, it can make or break it, right? The same as like how a headshot can make or break your pageant journey. So, how hands-on were you in choosing the cover of the book? And is it a sound decision to not include your face, just your name on the cover?
Yes, so actually, malayong-malayo yung itsura ng first na cover nito. And it was a Pia blue, honestly. But I wanted to veer away from that kasi yung first na cover, parang kamukha ko siya. Cartoon, pero kamukha ko siya. Tapos, Pia Blue pa. So sabi ko, tas ang laki ng pangalan, Pia Wurtzbach. So sabi ko, this might come off a bit misleading because people might think it's about me when it's not. So sabi ko, let's try something mas aesthetic para sa generation ngayon. Yung mapaproud sila to take a picture of it, to put, kasi ngayon, like, people like posting things online, so it has to look really nice. Yung hindi nakakahiyang makitang pinabasa, ganyan. So I thought of I have my friends to thank for, kasi I asked advice. Pinapakita ko sa mga kaibigan ko, what do you think? How do you think we can improve this? So I asked my friends for advice and we thought of this tatlong color lang, black, white, pink. Hindi komplikado. Kasi I was thinking, this is going to be displayed with many, many other books. So it has to stand out right away. And na makuha mo agad yung genre with one glance. Kasi I had a few ideas na binaral din nila kasi hindi nagsumaswak dun sa genre. But I trust them completely, you know, pag sinabi nila na, hindi kasi it doesn't come off like a chick lit, para siyang thriller, ganyan. Palitan natin yung mga kulay. So, syempre nakikinig ako. So, and that's why we decided on the pink. Sakto din naman because pink is in, because of Barbie, like, it's sumakto. And, So I had to, parang siyang thesis, parang kailangan ko siyang i-defend and eventually, thank you.
Ayan, this is becoming emotional for the queen. Isingan mo na niya,
Eventually,
isingan.
it worked. I'm really happy. This is actually, I didn't draw this. It was my good friend Ems, who works very closely with me. He's right there.
Hi, Ems.
Yeah, he's the one who made this. And sabi ko sa kanya, Ems, I need you to hear me out. This is my vision. I don't know how to draw. Just make it for me. And it worked, and they liked it. So, gawang Pinoy din yung yung cover. And also, the title, at first I was like, Queen of the Universe. May kapangalan siyang TV show. So we checked, wala namang sabit doon, so that's clear. And that I was thinking, does it come off like it's a book about just pageants? But then, you know what? You determine kasi what kind of queen you are. Queen of the universe. Does it mean a beauty queen? Does it mean Miss Universe? Hindi na eh. Kasi ngayon, everybody can be Miss Universe. And everybody can be a queen in their own universe, in their own right. So, ito ang worked out in the end. Ayoko din naman na sobrang laki nung pangalan na distracting na siya na parang Pia. So, it was very different. I will share more of like the details soon, like the writing process, the people who helped me. Magpapaalam ako if I can show what the title used to be, what the title was supposed to be, and kung ano dapat yung itsura ng cover para naman makita niyo yung journey. But yeah, once I have the clearance, I'll share more on my social media. But it's really interesting and it's a creative journey din. Kasi ako din, I learned how to be assertive when I was doing this and really be like, you know what, it's gonna be my name there. I have to be proud of the work. So, usually kasi, yung oo lang ako ng, I'm a people pleaser kasi, but yeah, I'm really proud of how it.
And we are
Ang
all
daldal
proud
ko.
of you.
Yes,
Correct,
okay.
correct.
Picture na tayo!
Correct. And speaking of picture, we would like to